how are you doing? This is Pastor Cheryl. Happy 4th of July. Yeah, this is the 4th of July. I'm expecting a whole bunch of little kids shooting off fireworks out in the alley tonight, even though the police department has put out a warning saying they're not going to tolerate that anymore. You know, kids. They got the sparklers and the little bottle rockets, and I've seen adults last night shooting off really big rockets that scared the heck out of me. You know, like, oh, let's light this. You know, not paying attention who happens to be on the sidewalk, walking down the sidewalk. Boom! You know, and it was huge. It did not go up very far, and it was huge. And so that was too much. Middle of the night stuff, you know. I have to go to the little convenience store down the alley and pick up something. And anyway, there are people out that hour too. But anyway, today it looks like we have kind of a fragment to go through. Matthew 5:17-20. And as you know, we've been going through a little Bible study, and this one is not marked up. You see this one here? It's not marked up much. I put some notations here, and it says, verse 17, "Think not that I have come to abolish the law meaning the Torah, and the prophets. I have come not to abolish them, to fulfill them. For truly I say to you, until heaven and earth pass away, not a iota, or a dot." Oh, yeah, this is like a little tiny dots that they used to make in Hebrew. Will pass from the law until all is accomplished. Whosoever then relaxes one of the least of these commandments and teaches men so shall be called least in the kingdom of heaven. But who does them and teaches them shall be great in the kingdom of heaven. For I tell you, unless your righteousness exceeds that of the scribes and the Pharisees, you will never enter the kingdom of heaven. Seems kind of extreme, don't you? Seems kind of extreme. Well, I don't know, but the scribes and the Pharisees, they were all individuals, all a little different. And remember, Nicodemus really was fond of Jesus. He was a follower. And so, but in other words, you have to, if you're teaching certain things, that you should be doing them too. You shouldn't be like some of these TV characters on TV that say one thing and do the other. And so, and you know, it gets into legal stuff too. I just saw an article about Jesus actually wrote a letter to his brother James. And it was a lengthy thing. It was a long scroll. They found it in a jar in a cave. And Jesus was concerned about some of his teachings, and he felt that he had to keep them very pure and rather strict. But he says he knows some things about God that he would much rather not tell people. And if you've been a Christian as long as I have, for example, if you do something wrong and sin, God still loves you. Yes, he will still love you. And if you do something repeatedly wrong, God still loves you. Yes, that doesn't mean you're going to make it to heaven, but he still loves you. And so, some people have discovered that, thinking like if God still loves them and still talks to them, then they're going to make it to heaven. Well, chances are you'll straighten up over the ages, you know. And so, and when we get to be my age, older, um, and the concept of sin, you're gonna look at people like, oh, okay, we're supposed to stop sinning. What am I doing? At my age, what am I doing? Nothing, right? Nothing. You're old, you're shut in, you're not drinking or smoking or carousing around. Okay. So much for that. And he went to abolish the law and prophets. In other words, all the thou shalt not. Just love God. Just love him. And talk to him. And you're going to see big results. Today it is like 90 out. I had a friend who just called me, said she was actually bicycling in this weather. Wow. She's only a few years younger than me. I don't know how she could do it. It's really, really steamy hot out there. It's terrible outside. So, I find things to do indoors. And so, this homily will be short. And I will put, the verse down underneath the credits down there. And you could look it up yourself. And so, anyway, we will see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.